Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with Stamp Creatively, and I'm here to show you more about the hot foil system. Stampin' Up! Has come up with this new hot foil system. Wasn't sure that I was going to love it. Wasn't sure kind of how to do it. We'd seen little bits of it, but I hadn't seen, I really hadn't played with it. So I got it and started playing with it last week. I had class on Thursday and Friday. They all succeeded with it. They all were super impressed with it. And again, it's creating beautiful images. It doesn't go with the old die cut machine, the Big Shot. It goes with our new cut and emboss system. So if you don't have the new cut and emboss system from Stampin' Up! And you want to get this foil system, you're going to have to get both. So if you're part of my email list, I sent out an email. I'm offering basically a $50 gift card or $50 purchase. What you'll be able to do is send me $50 worth of dies or whatever you want. And I will have that sent to you if you purchase both from me. So that's what I'm trying to do to try to help some people out, because I have a couple of customers that have said, I need to order the new cut and emboss system, and then they just never do. And now they really want it. So let me show you kind of what I've done and what's available and how I've been working with it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me, and I'll be happy to answer them the very best I can. Stampin' Up! Has kind of told us what works best and what we're supposed to do. Really haven't been following those rules very well. I've kind of done what I wanted because that works best for me. And then I can show you. So if there's going to be a mistake, it's going to be something I did, not you did. So this is the flyer that you can get. I sent this to my customers via email. If you should be able to get it on the website currently, the Stampin' Up! Website, or you can send me a message and I'll send it to you. The system is $160, and that includes this platform right here that's getting hot next to me, and everything that goes with it, but the foil and the dies. Those you get to order on your own. So I ordered my first round of dies. I ordered this one, and that's where I kind of stayed. These are called hot foil dies, and this is a stamp set that goes with it. This one, you can tell by the gold what they're doing. This is a hot foil die, and then these are dies. Oh, Patty, it's just good. Dang it, I've succeeded. And, you never know, because the foil is 5 inches and 15 yards for $12. And you go, well, that's kind of expensive. Is there going to be a lot of waste? I really haven't wasted. I found uses for it. And I found that I still haven't run out of any yet. I just didn't know. This is a whole new thing. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff I've done with what I have. I have more product coming just because I needed a little bit more. If you order the system, Stampin' Up! Is going to give you a free class that they are going to post on the 23rd. So if you order between now and the end of the year, you will get a free class. So that's, just a bonus. So today we're going to use the butterflies, but let me show you what else I've done before I get to the butterflies, just because why not? So this is what they did at camp. Everybody made this and was happy. Oh, and this is gold. This is the rose gold. And then I just colored it with blends. I didn't know if we could or not, but this is on basic white. They say to use the two-tone cardstock, that it's smoother and works better. I haven't used it yet. I've used everything but that. So after we cut out the leaves, this is the piece that's left over. So I put the two-sided, dang, it's gone from my head, this stuff. Sticky, no, it's not sticky strip. It's, well, it'll come to me. I put that on cardstock and then lay the foil on top. And they got to pick the embossing folder that they used. And so here's a different one. This is the embossing folder. But you can see those leaves those black leaves coming through that gold. This one they used the plaid, and we trimmed them. We liked them better trimmed than not trimmed. So then I started playing with them. So that's what adhesive sheets. Thank you, Patty. Geez, it's gone. So here's the first butterfly I did in silver. I did this on watercolor paper. You're not supposed to, they said it wouldn't be smooth. They didn't know what, I don't know. So I used watercolor paper because I could. So then I used the stencils. This butterfly comes with stencils. And so then I used the stencils. And I put the silver leaves on the background. I watercolored the little leaves that come with it. And so after I did this and I pulled off the butterflies, I put them on black. So now I have these silver and black butterflies. So this is not wasting that foil. This is me not wasting it, but actually putting the adhesive sheets on the cardstock, not on the foil, because that doesn't work. And then laying the foil on top and then cutting them out again. So this was my first project. It's Balmy Blue and Azure Afternoon. And then this is 2 shades of green. It's the Granny Apple and the Lemon Lime Twist. So that's what those two are. And then this one, I actually watercolored the paper and then ran it through on the gold and used some gold daisies up there. Can you see how pretty that is? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this look. Only I'm going to do some different colors, and I'm going to kind of show you how I did it. So I cut my watercolor paper the size of the butterflies. Oh, there's the first beep. So it's been on over here. That's the first beep. So now I'm going to put my butterflies on here, and I'm going to push that button. Nobody got burned. Like, I was terrified everybody was going to be ding-dong heads and get burned, and nobody got burned because they paid attention. So here's my little mist bottle. It's just a cute little mist bottle that I picked up at TJ Maxx. Okay, so now I'm going to dot. I have, this is Daffodil Delight. And again, it's really wet, so it's going to run around and do all kinds of crazy things. And then I'm going to use some Real Red. Didn't practice this in advance. Did the blues. Worked out great. So I'm like, why not? Why should I have to practice? So I'm kind of letting it run around. But I also want to dry it because I want it dry before I go through here. So I'm going to take my heat tool. We have a emboss setting and a paper dry setting on our embossing tools. I'm using the embossing one because I want it to move quickly. I was kind of hoping this would run together and make some orange. Maybe that'll help. Guys, I didn't want to follow the rules doing this. I'm just telling you. I wanted it to be... I just wanted to see what I could do with the system. My husband took a class years ago where it talked about technology and what technology can do for you. And when you look at our phones and say, how do I make my phone do this? The younger generations look at their phones and say, how do I make it do what I want it to? Not show me how to do this, but how do I do what I want it to? So that's what I'm doing with this. I want to make this do what I want it to instead of doing what they say I can do. These look like they're going to be too dark and weird, but I'm telling you, when you lay this over it, you're going to get spots of color in those butterflies that are going to be real pretty. In my head, I was going to make more orange than what's here. But it's watercolor paper, so it's really forgiving. So I'm going to shoot it again. And that's what I love. I have people that are terrified of watercoloring. I'm like, no, we love watercoloring. because the wetter it is, the more movement I can get, the more colors I can blend. Stop doing the same thing that you were doing. Go this way. There we go. I'm going to move it around a little bit myself because I wanted some of that orange. In my head, I was making a monarch, which is orange and yellow, and it has a little bit of red. This is going to be an imaginary butterfly that has a lot of red and a little bit of yellow and orange. I got to have my grandkids at camp this weekend too, which is always fun. They were super helpful. Oh, it's green. It went green. I must not have heard it beep. All right, come on. I got to get my act together. I really want to make sure this is dry before I put that foil on it because I don't know what it'll do. And you know how I know it's dry? It gets flatter. As it dries, it gets flatter. All right, that feels pretty good. All right, now turn that off. Okay, and so here we go, friends. I'm going to scooch this over so you can see. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to put my foil. I'm using gold, so you put the shiny side down. I got my Big Boss. I'm going to turn it this way so the handle's not right on top of it. Here's my watercolor paper. I'm going to lay it right on top. Okay. This is where the foil went over the paper. So I have some markings on there. It hasn't done anything bad or anything. So I feel like it's been fine. So now I'm going to put this on top. I'm going to take that, unplug it, and it's going to go through here. And I could hot foil words and put on top of here and all kinds of things, but we're going to limit it just to the butterflies. Or like I tell my customers, you'll never go home. Okay. Here's the magic. And there's some smaller dies that I've found stuck to that. So you have to be careful. So here we're going to take this off. Can you see that magic? Now all those colors you thought might have been weird, look how pretty that is. Dang. And again, they said textured paper might not take the foil as well. I think that's pretty beautiful. And again, I'm going to take this and put adhesive sheets on cardstock and then put this on there to make these kind of butterflies because these are my silver ones from earlier. All right, now I'm going to move this out of the way. And we're going to die cut these butterflies. So I run out of space when I start doing all this. And so the things are sitting on the floor. Wouldn't that be smart if I got a little table to sit next to me or something like that? I mean, wouldn't that be smart of me? No, I'm making it hard. So now I'm going to lay these dies right on top of these beautiful butterflies. I'm afraid it's going to move. Oh, here's a piece. Like, here's the birthday that they cut out for camp. And then there it is with the foil on top of Timid Tiger. So pretty. Okay. For those of you who are just getting your system, I can't wait for you. If you're a part of the online exclusive fan club, please make sure you post your pictures because we want to see what you're doing. Because this is really classified kind of as an online exclusive thing because it's not in print anywhere. Again, Stampin' Up's really committed to doing more of this. So there will be more foil colors and more things happening. I mean, come on, friends, look at that. They're stuck to my... Now, here's the hard call. Maybe I need a little wheelie card over here that just has my die cut machine on it. That would be smart too. So I pulled out, I have a piece of gold I want to emboss, but I pulled out, I almost said only orange, pumpkin pie, real red, and daffodil delight. Then I have to decide what colors I want to use. My goal was to create a card similar to this one, but I pulled out the sunflower die instead of the daisy die. And this one, I used the Balmy Blue and the Azure Afternoon, but then this is Shaded Spruce, maybe? Yeah, Shaded Spruce. Because it looked pretty on there. It didn't look right on the blues. So what color, friends, do you think I need to put my butterflies on? I like this color. I feel like it kind of, you know, I told you I was kind of going for the orange, but I like this because I was thinking about sunflowers. I think I'm going to go with this. Oh, the daffodil shows it off. All right. Let's go daffodil then. This is cut, not cut the way I want to do it. So I'm going to grab another piece of daffodil. Of course, I have to open up a whole package. That's probably why I pulled out that other piece. All right, let's cut our daffodil. So what I did is I cut it 5.5. And then this is my piece of gold. So here's my piece of gold. I actually cut 2 sheets. It felt like I had super thick cardstock. So I know I want this one to kind of look like this. So, I mean, this is how I measure it, friends. If you are super detailed, I just made you crazy. Sorry. I'm going to cut off 2 inches. And then I'm going to grab the boss and I'm going to put some sunflowers on here. I loved it with the daisies, but we're going to put some sunflowers on here. Again, I really think I need a little cart. So all of my pieces are right there and I'm not. So if I added the gold to this, the silver would be pretty. It shoots out. Did I have it all the way in there? I did. Okay. So here's the sunflower folder. So I want to take my gold and I'm going to seal it across the top. Wouldn't you know? Dead seal. Lucky for us, I know where to get a replacement. Oh my gosh, I've got another dead one. Friends, really? That's what happens on after camp. I end up with dead seals. So now I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to take it all the way to the edge. But I'm just going to trim it off. So now I have seals to replace when we're done. And then I textured that piece I cut off. I'm going to put it right down here. I'm not sure why I felt like I needed to turn it the other direction. And now, are you ready? Are you excited? Look. This would be pretty for so many things. Again, I haven't added any words. Sometimes I like some wordless things. For this one, I'll put a piece of white up here for me to write my message in, unless I use one of our fantastic gel pens, because if you haven't used these are amazing. But I'm gonna, let's manipulate. I manipulate my butterflies so that they fly. I put a little seal down the middle. And then I stick a dimensional under the wings. So it's not a flat butterfly. I just sent my daughter to voicemail. Don't tell her. I mean, that's my only shot. If you have kids, you know that because I rejected that call right now, I probably won't catch her for days. I could have said, "Hey, I'm on the phone," or I'm live. Can I call you back? Maybe that would have been a nicer thing instead of just sending her a voicemail. I'll probably get a text in a minute that says, "Mom," right? Okay, so what do you think, friends? Which color do you like better? Oh, I had the gold ribbon on here. I think for this one, I'm going to put the gold ribbon across the bottom. I mean, why do the same thing twice if you can do it different? Put it across the bottom. Again, I always tie on the bolt. I know a lot of people say they can't do that. Need a little bit more. But then I'm not wasting ribbon. So do you like my blue butterflies better or my red and yellow? Well, I really do know how to tie a bow. I promise. You wouldn't think some days, but I really do. There we go. Oh, let's tuck him, put him on top of it. And then I have extra butterflies. I've already started a tray of like extra butterflies, including like my silver ones are there. I'm going to make some gold ones here in a minute. What do you think? And then there's this one. I mean, that's the silver with the stencils. You guys are going to have to post what you do, because there's this one. But I think, I mean, definitely high success rate stuff, man, because you saw how easy that was. Oh, let me show you. I'll show you how this works, so you can kind of see. Now that I know what the word is. So again, we're going to use these adhesive sheets. And I'm going to grab a bigger one to put back here. Not there. Remember, it doesn't go here, it goes here. So is that going to show up enough? No, I want more contrast. Let's do some. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. All right, so let me show you how I do this. So I'm going to take these adhesive sheets and I'm going to put it down on here. Okay, so this is down on here. And I know that it's not, this is going to be a little bit too big. So I'm going to go ahead and just like freehand, I'll trim it. Here's my trimmer. I'm just going to cut off some of it. And I'll show you why in just a second. So this is 5. So I'm going to go 4 3/4. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to pull this off. And when I pull this off, I don't want the sticky to stick to my die cut machine, because we're going to have to bring the Big Boss back up here again. So I'm going to pull these sheets off. And it doesn't matter that, you know, part of it comes up. You're just wanting this to have something to stick to. If that makes sense. It will in a minute. Okay. So now I'm going to lay this on top. Now, I found too, you can do it 2 different ways. Stop. You can do it like I tried to lay it on there. I found that people like struggled with that more than doing it this way. By doing it this way and flattening it down, people seemed to do a little bit better with that. And then it may look a little wrinkled, which is totally fine, because when it goes through, this is what my butterflies are going to look like. Okay, it's all lined up nice and amazingly. Now we're going to run it back through. And of course, because I told somebody, I said, if I line it up on top of here before I run it through, I'm great. But if I set it aside and then do it, it always scooches just a little bit. And that's what it just did. Okay. So here they are. And see, sometimes I was getting a little bit of adhesive on here if I didn't try to make sure it was all covered up. So here are my butterflies. How do they look, friends? I like both the gold and the silver. This is pretty dramatic. And then I'm not wasting stuff. I mean, there's no need to waste it if we don't have to, right? That's why we have a million little pieces of scrap paper everywhere, is because we can't waste anything, right? Like, it used to be the size of a credit card was the smallest I would save. Now it gets a little bit bigger. Now I chuck those credit card size DSPs. Okay, so you'll have to, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Again, if you're a part of the online exclusive fan club and you want to post your pictures once you get your stuff, please do. We want to see what you're doing too, because this is all new to all of us. We're all kind of learning at the same time. We talked about it a little bit last week. My demonstrator friends and I are going to get together Wednesday, and we're going to make some projects. So I'll have more to show you. Tanya and I won't be live on Wednesday because we'll be creating. If we pop on like I did last time when we were together, I'll show you a little bit about what we're doing. But we're all going to get together, and when the 4 of us get together, the ideas just keep coming. So I'm excited to get together and work with them, and we'll have some more things to show you. We thought we'd have a little bit more time between the time that it was introduced to demonstrators and it went live to customers, and it went really fast. So we're just kind of feel like we're playing catch up on all the cool things that it can do. So again, if you have any ideas or questions, don't hesitate to ask. If not, we may pop on Wednesday for a little bit, but if not, I'll be here next Monday for sure. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Have a good one.